Your bank account isn't what keeps you poor, your brain is. Hi muses, welcome back to my channel where we talk about how women can have their cake and eat it too. I'm your host Nadeen and I'm here to rebuild the village women once had so we can have the right conversations and create lives that feel as good as it looks. Please like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss anything. We've all heard invest early, work harder, manifest abundance, but that advice never explains why some people make it and others grind forever. And it's because money responds to how you think, decide, and regulate long before it responds to effort. Of course, being completely delulu and not having good financial habits 100% affects your financial standing, but this episode isn't about telling you how to save and budget or where to cut costs. This episode is about the internal shifts that quietly create wealth. As always, we don't gatekeep, so let's step into it. For context, alongside of creating content, I run a private boutique concierge service, and my clients are all ultra high net worth individuals in San Francisco. I work with them very closely, which means I see their habits, how they make decisions, how they spend money, how they think about time, what they don't waste energy on, and how they built their wealth in the first place. Being adjacent to those rooms completely rewired my understanding of wealth, and the biggest difference isn't intelligence or hustle. It's their money habits and how they think about problem solving, time, friction, risk, and decision making. Tip number 1. Train your brain to notice friction. One of the first things I noticed working with wealthy clients is how sensitive they are to friction. Friction meaning anything slow, inefficient, annoying, repetitive, or emotionally draining. They simply do not tolerate it. They investigate it, and if there's no solution they can come up with, they offload it or they pay someone else to do it. Where most people complain, they get curious because they see it as an opportunity to design a solution. Working with some of my clients, I realize that they are always challenging the status quo, wondering why things are done the way they are done, and if there is a better or more efficient solution. So every time something irritates you, that's your brain flagging a potential opportunity for you to come up with a solution everyone needs. When you have a solution to a problem people need help with, you can package it and sell it as a product or service. Tip number 2. Decide before you feel ready and invest before you feel comfortable. Readiness is emotional, not strategic. Most people wait until they feel ready, the same way they wait until January 1st to make changes, or they wait until Monday to start. But what does that even mean? Endless preparing? Endless waiting? Wealthy people do not wait to feel safe. They are ready when the due diligence is done, when the conversations are had, because they understand that timing is the most important thing. If you wait, you can and will miss out on a lot of great opportunities. However, it is also important to state that they are never overextending themselves. And if their judgment was wrong, they trust in their ability to recover. They don't ask, what if this fails? They ask, how fast can I adapt if it does? They are quick to reassess situations and pivot. Comfort is usually a lagging indicator, so look at your own life and reflect on all the times that you should have taken action and didn't. What happened? And then see what things you can act upon now so you stop putting it off. Maybe it's a research on a company or a stock. Maybe it's taking a leap of faith with a new job. Whatever it is, do your research, then make the move. Tip number 3. Close the gap between thinking and taking action so you try fast and you fail quickly. This piggybacks off of tip number 2. One of the most consistent patterns I see with wealthy business-minded people is the speed at which they close the gap between an idea and taking action. Less rumination, less emotional processing. They don't romanticize ideas. They prototype instead of trying to perfect it. They rather test 10 small things than overthink one big idea and then take too long to even try it. Because here's the thing. The faster you test things out, the quicker you know if something does or doesn't work, and the quicker you can go back to the drawing board to keep working on solutions. Failure isn't what's scary. Ever notice how sometimes you think of a great idea and you're excited, but the more you dwell on it, you lose that momentum to want to do something about it? Because ideas require execution and fast action. Otherwise, they die in your notes app. You can apply this to your own life by thinking less about the things you want to try and just go do it. Before I became a content creator, I tried soap making, drop shipping, I started a crystal shop, I did Airbnb, and then I tried life and career coaching. But no amount of overthinking will tell you if something is for you, only action will. Tip number 4, pay yourself first. This is a piece of advice you've probably heard before, but most people don't actually understand what it means. Paying yourself first means when that paycheck hits your bank account, you immediately move money into your savings and investments. That money is still yours. It's just been claimed and put to work before your lifestyle gets access to it. Whatever is left is what you use to pay the bills and live your life. 2 important things happen here. First, you become immediately aware of what you actually have to spend. No illusions, no guessing. You make saving and investing non-negotiable. This is a forced wealth habit. Second, you're prioritizing your future before the money goes into anyone else's pocket. Your lifestyle adjusts around wealth building, not the other way around. People think this makes no difference, but it does. When people pay bills first and save last, money becomes leftovers and saving becomes optional, and optional things rarely happen consistently. Once the money leaves your ecosystem, it stops compounding, so you miss out on about a month's worth of compound interest or investment gains. Tip number 5, take the emotion out of money moves. This next one is delicate, but it is important and probably one of the biggest differentiators between people who see a lot of money in their lives and those who don't. You need to separate your emotions from the strategy of making money, especially around selling or spotting opportunities and investing. A lot of money is made during difficult times. Something can be genuinely awful for the world, like a disaster or a pandemic or an economic crash, and also create a once-in-a-lifetime financial opportunity. The question is if you're able to make that move. Same thing with selling. Remove the emotions out of it. A lot of people are uncomfortable with selling. You feel weird or embarrassed, or you're being annoying pushing your service and product. But I want you to take a look at your social media and on your feed, your favorite influencers, celebrities, your email inbox. You are constantly being sold to. If Shein can send you 4 emails a day, you can send 1 email to promote yourself. Tip number 6, expand your money in abundance threshold. This wouldn't be my video if I didn't leave you with one slightly woo-woo piece of advice that genuinely changed the game for me. We all experience money differently, emotionally and energetically. $1,000 can feel like a huge amount to one person or like pocket change to someone else. Same number, completely different nervous system response, a completely different reality. So if your nervous system identifies $1,000 as a lot, then $10,000 will feel overwhelming, $100,000 will feel unrealistic, and $1 million will feel impossible, not because you're incapable, but because your internal container hasn't expanded yet. We all have an energetic money bag, and that bag can only hold what feels familiar and safe to us. When more money tries to come in than your bag can hold, it leaks out. And that can show up as overspending, self-sabotaging, missed opportunities, because your system doesn't feel safe to hold it yet. This is not me telling you to go spend money you don't have, but it is an invitation to start getting comfortable seeing, handling, and thinking in larger numbers. Go window shopping at luxury stores, trying on clothes at higher price points. Be in environments where talking about large sums of money is normal. Get yourself an upgraded massage instead of the cheapest service on the menu. Familiarity has to come before expansion. If there's one thing you take away from this episode, it's that wealth isn't built through panic or pressure. It's built through clarity and long-term thinking. So take a breath. You don't need to overhaul your life by tomorrow. Start where you are, apply what resonates, and let money stop feeling like something you're chasing, but a natural part of you. That's all the cake I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I appreciate it so much. And if you enjoyed our little chat today, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment to share your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next episode.